guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am making my first fall video of the season. So I'm super excited because this is my favorite season of the year. Like, everything is just better in the fall time. Like, everything. I'm just so much happier. I have so much more energy. I'm motivated. Like, it's just been so hot these last 2 weeks. We haven't really gotten rain. We haven't had any great clouds. It's just been like sunny. Like, I don't need this weather. Like, what is this? No, that's not what I signed up for. Anyways, but today I'm doing my fall TBR. Now, to be honest, I probably won't get through all of these books, but these are the books that I probably am gonna reach for when picking my new reads, and just basically books I've been saving for fall time. So I don't know if you had any idea of how my room was before, but if you can tell, yes, I did rearrange my room. I really did want to film it, but I just ended up doing it a random night. I did rearrange my room, and if you would like a room tour, please tell me because I would love to make one. I got another bookshelf because I did not have any more space for books in my room. So I've made this little like book corner, and I have my bed right here so I can like sit and read and look at this beautiful place. This is my favorite part of my room. So this is where I'm thinking to film this video, to like about the books to show you guys, because I really have no other place to film, and because of the fall video we of course have a nice coffee. This is a homemade iced sugar shaken espresso and my new favorite drink. I just used the last of my ice for that cup, so let's just jump into the video and I'll show you guys the books that I'm gonna read for fall. So personally for me, fall is like dark academia, the fantasy, the like horror, thriller season. Like, I love all that in the fall season, so I've been saving some of these books for now. Okay, the first book I want to read is A Court of Mist and Fury, or Ekimov by Sarah J. Maas, because I read ACOTAR and I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars, and I really want to get to the second book because I personally, when reading series, I like keeping myself busy with one series at a time. The only thing is this book is mad thick, and the rest of the series is even bigger than this. This is like 600 pages. I'm scared of this, but I really want to, you know, read it, both because I love the first one and I'm really excited because everyone says this is their favorite in the series. Plus, I have a bunch of series that I really want to get to my shelf, but I don't like mixing too many series together. So yeah, this is definitely one of the books that I really want to get to. If you don't know what the series is about, obviously I've only read the first book, so I don't know much. But basically, it's about this mortal girl who lives in the city, and then there's like a wall, and on the other side of this wall, there's like this fairy world, and the fairies used to, you know, take the human hostage and use them as slaves and such. But the first one is kind of a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Fairy does, the main character does something illegal, and she has to stay and live with some of the fairies. That's a little bit about the series. Like I said, I don't know much since I've only read the first one, so most of it was world building, but hopefully in this one we're gonna get a little more into the plot. I have saved pretty much all my Dark Academia books for this season, so let's get to some of those. Now, a Dark Academia book that I'm super excited to read is this one, which is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I don't know much about this book. I've had it for a long time. I remember I bought it because it was at Yale. You know, everything happens at Yale, and it's about secret societies at Yale, and to be honest, I love Yale. I'm gonna move this. So basically, what I have learned about this book, I think it's about a group of people in the secret society that plays with some dark magic, and a person is dead. Yeah, I don't know. I've also heard there's some ghosts involved. Like I said, I don't know much. I know some of the like themes in this, but not too much, so I'm really excited to get into it because I love Dark Academia, and especially if it's at Yale. Now, another Dark Academia book that I really want to get into is obviously The Secret History by Donna Tartt. You cannot mention Dark Academia without mentioning this book. So as you may can tell, I did actually start this some time ago. I don't remember when, but I have read about 120 pages in this, and then I just stopped. I think it was in a huge reading slump, but then I never got back to it. I don't know why. maybe because I wanted to save it for fall. This book is about this group of friends who study at this very prestigious school. They study Greek and Latin, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and let's just say one of them ends up dead. I don't know much more about it other than that, but again, prestigious school, a dead person in like the friend group, like what more can you ask for? I feel like The Secret History does give me some vibes from If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I have read this book, as you may can tell. I did that a long time ago and I still really like it, so if you haven't read it yet, I really recommend reading this because it's really good. I know that it might be a little scary because this is Shakespeare inspired and there is a lot of Shakespeare quotes in this, but the plot and the characters and everything in it is really good. I gave this 5 stars, so I really recommend you reading this if you haven't already. Now I have one more Dark Academia book to show you guys, and that is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Now I do really want to get to this, but to be honest, I don't think I will because this is probably the book that I'm the least interested in reading, even though I'm still interested in reading it, if that makes sense. I just quickly wanted to show this book, but to be honest, I don't really remember what it's about. I bought this a long time ago, probably like 2 years ago, so I don't really remember what it's about, to be honest. Something about like some magicians who are fighting. I think it's for a spot in a secret society somewhere. Like I said, I'm not too sure what's it about. Now this next book that I'm going to show you has also been in my shelves for some time now, and I've never talked about it on the channel, but that is You by Caroline Kepnes. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And yes, this is the same book as the Netflix show You, with the guy that plays Dan in Gossip Girl. Don't know his real name. I've really been wanting to watch You, but I wanted to read the books first before watching the series. So I got this for my 17th birthday last December, so it's been here for a while. I remember someone recommending this a long time ago because they said, is there a psychological when you read it, because he often uses the word you or something, so sometimes you feel like he's referring to you as like the reader who's reading it, but he's not, but it feels like that, so it's kind of weird. I don't know if that's true, but I remember she said something like that, and that sounds really fun, really intriguing, because I love like psychological books, and like books that are just like, what the frick did I just read? So I hope that's one of the cases. So this is about this man who meets this woman and he becomes like obsessed with her and start, you know, stalking her and such. It says that his attraction quickly spirals into a whirlwind of deadly consequences, which I have heard about, something like that, but again, I'm not completely sure. But basically he gets completely obsessed with this girl, can't leave her alone. Yeah, that sounds really fun. So I really want to get to this. It's a series. I think there's 3 books in the series. I only have the first one, but if you like this, I'll probably also get to the second and the third. So like I said, I like to keep myself to one series at a time, but I really want to get through the ACOTAR series because I have a few other series that I really want to get started on that I might start before finishing ACOTAR because their books are so thick. One of these series is the Schoolman's series trilogy. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically this is the first book. It's called A Deadly Education and it's by Naomi Novik. This is a school where a lot of like students with powers live. But the thing is, there are no classes and there are no teachers, but there's like a lot of monsters at the school. So basically, you just have to survive. And I've heard something about like the more languages you learn, the stronger and more powerful you are. So it sounds really fun. I love like reading about like people who have a lot of power and people who want to like best and stuff. You know, I'm a Slytherin, so that might have something to do with it. But yeah, this sounds really interesting and I just love the covers on these. So I'm really excited to get to this series. Oh, Holly Black has also written something about this. Holly Black has written my favorite series ever, the Cruel Prince trilogy. Yeah, now I really want to get to this one. Oh my gosh. I also really want to get to Shadow and Bone again by Lee Verdugo because I really want to get to the Six of Crows duology by her. I again don't think I'll be able to get started on this because it's a longer series and I don't want to be reading 2 long series at a time. Or I know like these 2 aren't the same series, but they're in the same world. And I want to read these 3 before I read these 2. So I don't know if that makes sense. But I still really want to get to these because I really want to read them in fall or at least in the winter time. I really want to get to these in the fall, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. At least I want to read them in winter time. I don't really know much about these 2 books, honestly, so I don't really want to say anything about them other than I've heard a lot of really great things. So I also have another trilogy to show you guys, and that is this one.
Hey guys, I am currently editing the video. So I bought the Never After series when I was in England, but I actually found out when I got back to Denmark that it's not a trilogy. I think there are 5 books. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's 5 books in the series. So that was my bad.
This is the first book in the Never After series, which is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. This cover is just so pretty, and honestly right now I'm judging the book by its cover because the cover is pretty, so it must be good. The cover is pretty, so I want to read it. Sounds like a big enemies to lovers, but I don't remember much about this. I remember reading the back, thought it sounded really great. This is a dark romance fantasy, and I really want to try to read more dark romance, so this also sounds really good for a cozy day. I know I'm not saying much about these last books, but that's just because I don't really know what most of them are about, which is why I waited until the end to show you guys. Now I have one more book to show you, and that is Bunny by Mara. I'm not sure. This is a horror book. Some people do classify it as a dark academia, but I don't know if it is. I know it's a horror book. This is also happening at a university, and like the other last books, I'm not 100% sure what this is about. I know it's about a group of girls who calls each other Bunny, and then there's this new girl, I think. Anyways, this girl becomes a part of this group, and then I don't really know more about it, honestly. I know it's horror and it happens at a university, so that sounds really great. A lot of people say this is kind of disturbing, and they were kind of left with a thought like, what did I just read when they finished this? And personally, I hope that's true. I hope I will have that feeling when I'm done with this, because I haven't read a book in a long time where I've been like, what the fuck was that? And I'm super excited for having that feeling again. So okay guys, so that was basically my fall TBR. A lot of the books that I hope to get through. And honestly, I'm probably also gonna get through some romances because it might be a little heavy, but these were just some of the books that I want to read. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any of the books that I just showed you that you really want me to read, like right this second, tell me in the description. Tell me which of these books you have read, which you recommend. What book are you currently reading, and are you gonna read any of these books during the fall time? Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I see you guys by my next one. Bye guys.